Okay, so that's BTS Bang Chak over there. If you walk down a little bit, you're gonna see this little gate here. It's all in Thai. Everyone will be going in here, and you will even see motorcycle taxis right in front of you. You're gonna be walking down here. It seems like a distance, but it's walkable. Now, what I did in the very beginning when I first came here is I asked these motorcycle taxi guys to take me to a clinic and then also drive me to the end, and that costs about another 40-50 baht. But if you just follow my guide, you can go to the clinic first, walk down here, and go to the end, and you should be fine. I need to renew. Okay, what's up guys? I am today at the Bangkok Department of Land Transport. There is, I believe, 2 Department of Land Transports in Bangkok, but I'm at the one by Bang Chak, which is probably going to be the closest one for most of you. The reason I'm here is actually to get this little baby renewed. It's my temporary car driver's license and it's expiring next week. Okay guys, so I knew that I needed this, but I just wanted to try because it made no sense. But you still need it. So you need to get a medical certificate, which is a complete joke. I'll show you exactly how you get it. What's up guys? Welcome back to Live Travel Asia. So today I'm going to renew my driver's license, but the process is exactly the same as when I apply for a new driver's license. So I wanted to share this process as it's super easy and cheap. Okay, another thing that I should mention is that you need to get here with all the required documents by 3 o'clock. So that's the latest you can come here. It's currently 2, so I need to find this medical clinic, get the certificate, and be back here by 3. Okay guys, so it's quite easy to get to the clinic. This is Bang Chak Station right there, which is where you need to come if you want to get the driver's license. However, to get to the Department of Land Transport, you'll be going southwest. However, the clinic is located northwest. So another way to explain where this clinic is that it's located across the street on the opposite end of Bang Chak Station than where the Department of Land Transport is. So if this is your first time doing this and you're coming by BTS, when you get off Bang Chak, come to the clinic first so you don't have to backtrack like we did. So all you need to do is just bring a passport and pay 100 baht and they will give you a medical certificate. Seems like they increased it by 20 baht since 2 years ago, but it's still pennies on the dollar. Okay, so now I will be trying to make a U-turn over there and heading back to the Department of Land Transport and making a left. Okay, so we're back at the Department of Land Transport. All of that, getting the certificate and back, only took about 20 minutes, so it's 2:15 right now. So something that a lot of people don't know is that it's relatively easy to get a driver's license in Thailand, even if you don't have a work permit. So when I first arrived here, my uncle gave me that advice, and what I did was I picked up an address verification letter from the US Embassy because I didn't have a work permit, and I simply took my valid California driver's license with my passport. I came down here and I didn't need to take a test or anything. They just used the fact that I have a valid California's driver's license, and they gave me a Thai driver's license based on that. The main catch is that you need an address verification from your embassy, and the American embassy actually requires about a 1 to 2 week appointment, and it costs about $80 for that address verification. It's just a piece of paper that says you live here. Now, if you're not American, you probably don't have to pay that much. My uncle, who's South Korean, gets it for free with no appointment required at the embassy. So that's sort of one of the reasons why it sucks to be an American out here. There's a lot of debate as to whether or not you need a work permit or just an address verification, but from my experience, all you need is an address verification. I believe a lot of the misinformation out there are from the people who had a work permit, so they just simply use that, and they're just assuming you couldn't use an address verification. But like many things in Thailand, there isn't really one policy that they stick to, so maybe I just got lucky. Either way, I'm back here to get it renewed, and this time I do have a work permit, so I didn't have to pay $80 for an address verification to get it renewed, and I'm simply using my work permit for my address verification. So as soon as you check with the information lady here, you can go straight ahead and go to counter number 9 for renewing or for a new driver's license. Or if you don't have photocopies, you simply just need to make a right, pass through these doors and you got the photocopy people right in front of you who will make photocopies for you. Okay, I didn't even have to pay, or maybe he forgot to ask me, so that's unexpected. Now, what you do need to make a photocopy of is the front page of your passport, and you also need a valid visa. This is common sense, but just for some of you who are overstaying, you need a valid visa. So you need a copy of that page. And if you have a work permit like me, you need the visa and the last entry stamp or the extension. The other thing you need to do with your work permit is not only do you need to copy the first page of the work permit, but you also need to copy the address section of the work permit. Okay, so this isn't as complicated as it sounds, but I was being detailed for those people in peculiar circumstances, so I try to cover all the bases. However, all you really need to bring is a passport. Get your medical certificate for 100 baht at the clinic, and either bring an embassy address verification or an original work permit if you have one. As for the copies, they know what to copy and it's only a baht per page. You should also bring a valid driver's license from your home country if this is your first time applying, as it will save you from having to take the Thai classes and tests. If you don't have a valid driver's license, wait for our next vlog that will cover the class and testing, as I try to get a motorcycle license, which I didn't have in the States. Okay, so I just passed the physical test. You also have to do this when you first get a driver's license. You should be able to pass it. It's quite simple. The first test is they have two objects and you press a button until they're the same, and then you raise your hand. And then the second test is quite simple as well. You just keep pressing the accelerate button until you see red, and then you have to press a brake, and they just sort of check your reaction time to see if you can switch. And then the last test might have been the most difficult, but it's also quite easy. They're just checking your peripheral vision and your color blindness. Basically, you put your nose up to a device and they will flash red, green, and yellow lights, and you just have to say what the color of the light is without moving your eyes left and right and looking straight ahead. If you have bad eyesight like me with glasses, you actually have to take your glasses off and do this test. So maybe that's why it was slightly difficult for me, because I have bad eyesight on my right eye, but I was still able to pass it because the lights are flashing right next to you. Okay, so to the next station for me. Okay, so I'm back in the same general area. I'm at counter number 8. Okay, so I am now waiting for my number to be called. It's been 1 minute and they're already at my number. Certainly not California DMV, where you have to wait 3 hours to just see somebody. So given how easy and cheap this process is, I really don't understand why so many expats in Thailand, including my friends, risk fines, driving without a license, and deal with carrying their passports everywhere and risk losing it. I also use my license instead of a passport as collateral when renting a scooter. So now I have a permanent, well, it's not permanent, but I have a legit driver's license, and the expiration date isn't until 2023. I believe that's more than 5 years. That was super fast, efficient. I'm used to waiting 3-4 hours just to see someone and waiting another month to get the actual driver's license. Here they print it out for you and it only took 1 minute. It was only 555 baht for the driver's license. So that comes out to be roughly $15. So if you have a work permit, I definitely recommend you get the driver's license here, because it's gonna cost you nothing, because it sort of sucks having to carry your passport around everywhere. And the driver's license will cover for all your ID requirements. Okay guys, so that pretty much wraps up my driver's license renewal process. As you can see, it's super fast and efficient. The whole process didn't take more than an hour, and that's including me going to get a medical certificate from a clinic. So actually, one other thing I did find out today, however, is that the driver's license for the car and the driver's license for the motorcycle is a completely separate driver's license. It's not like the States where you have both of the qualifications on one card. So I'm gonna have to come back and go through this whole process again to get the motorcycle driver's license. So I have to get another medical certificate, bring the originals for my work permit, etc. So the appointment is on December 6th. Okay guys, thanks for checking out the vlog, and feel free to ask me any questions in the comments below if I didn't cover something. I'm also aware that different offices have different policies, so go to the Bang Chak office if you can, as I haven't had any problems with them. Finally, if you found this vlog informative, it would really mean so much to me if you helped out my channel by subscribing, and please check out the next vlog as I'll cover how to get a license if you don't already have a valid license from your country, as me and Maya try to get a motorcycle license which I wasn't certified for in the States.